Thank you for coming. It's like those of you here today, so thanks a lot, and thanks to everyone at home for watching. Say hello. Hello. Good job. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to riff a bit today. I'm just going to go a little bit sort of freestyle. I got some notes. What I want from you guys is really, there's no point you just like, if I speak too fast or you want me to speak in Spanish, you tell me and I can do a little bit. But what I want from you guys, I don't want you just coming, listening, yeah, that was really good, and then doing nothing. That's pointless. Okay? So who's brought a pen and a notepad? One person? Any person? Good job. Okay, so ideally, you want to get your pen and notepad out. I mean, that's why you come to these things, no? To get something. So I want to try and give you some things. If I speak too fast, tell me. I want to give you some things that you can implement. Okay? So if you haven't brought a pen and a notepad, take out your phone, don't bloody WhatsApp or Facebook, but take some notes. Okay, now the notes you should be taking, there shouldn't be notes. Alright? What I want you to do is write down things you're going to implement. Things and how what I say, if there's anything useful that you find, what you're going to put them into practice. So I might say one thing substantial or insignificant, and you know, Maria's like, okay, that applies to me in this way. I can do it like this. You know? And then Katerina says like, yeah, oh, for me that means something different. I'm going to apply it like this. So don't just write down what I'm saying. That's kind of pointless. Okay, got a couple of notes so I don't go too off track. So, I'm not really going to do nothing sort of psychological or, you know, sit down, this is good, this is that. I'm really going to sort of take it on a practical things. These are the things that I've used and that I sort of recommend to people as well to use in the trenches, as you say, that work. Okay? They've worked because I've used them. I've come from, a little bit of background on me, I came here with like 50 euros, no job, nowhere to stay, had to get a job, and of course there's lots of self-doubt. Can I make it? Can I learn the language? I didn't manage that too good. And there's always people, you know, you can't do that, you can't live from that. You, how are you going to do that? In Spain, are you crazy? You know, so we all have these things. You know, and these are just some of the things some of the things that I put into practice to help me get over some of self-doubt, and hopefully they'll be useful for you. Okay, so I'm going to start with like a little story. So most of you know, sort of I do Thai boxing. So when I was in Thailand, I'm going to stand up. When I was in Thailand, I noticed you know these huge elephants in Thailand, right? So I went to this place where you ride on the elephants and all that. I actually noticed there's this huge, I don't know how heavy an elephant is. How heavy is an elephant?
500 pounds.
3 tons. 3 tons, okay, let's say. 3 tons, okay, so half a ton, okay. So you actually you've seen these elephants probably yourself, even on TV. Half a ton elephants, right? And this is a true story. They're actually like connected to this like metal pole with a tiny little piece of rope. Tiny. They can break free like anytime they want. That's like so obvious, it's unreal. So I asked the trainer, like, how come you use a crappy little rope to tie this half-ton elephant when he can just like, and away? And what he said to me was, the elephants, when they're babies, are tied with the same rope. And they learn that they can't get away. So as they grow, and they turn into half-ton beasts, they don't even try and break free. Because they're conditioned from the start that this rope can't be broken. When in reality, they can break free like that. Because they're half-ton. I'm going to say that again. They can break free whenever they want. Whenever they want. But because they've been conditioned from all those years ago that this rope they cannot break free from, they don't even try. So I want you to write down any little ropes that you've got that you can't break free from, that are there. Write something down. Write something down. Hey, if there's none and you can't think of anything for that, that's fine. Good, we got something?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's like a valuable, really valuable lesson just there in itself, no? That the things we're conditioned with, the things that other people tell us, can't break free from that. You can't do that. Most of the time, or hell, I'll even say all of the time, it's just bullshit. Absolute bullshit. You can break free from anything you want, but you've got to believe it first, or you've got to at least do it. You've got to take action. If the elephant wants to break free, all he has to do is push his leg, but he doesn't even bother. He doesn't even attempt it. Okay, so that's the first thing you've got to do. Just because you've failed before, didn't work, don't mean you can't do it. Just because you've been eating good before, and then you're full, and you had your cakes and your wine, or whatever it is, that's just that little rope from before. That's the old you. You can attempt it, and you can do it anyway. Just because you failed and you weren't able to do this, or you weren't able to get down to your weight, or you weren't able to get the job you wanted to do, or succeed in something else in the past, it makes no difference. It makes no difference. That's just past behaviours. Pull it. Go for it. Do it. Okay? Don't let these things where you failed in the past affect the things that you push forward and do. If you don't go for it, you're not going to get anywhere. And you'll just be stuck to that little tree. How happy does that elephant look, Miguel? Not very happy. Okay, so you owe it to yourself to push away and break free from all the things. I like to use FF, fail forward. Okay, failing is normal. Failing helps you go forward. Failing teaches you. You know, David, the gym stinks. Right, we're going to clean it. Okay, that's a fail. We get it clean. This don't work. Right, we're going to clean it. This happened. Right, good. Tell us. Tell us how we fail. You should embrace failure. Okay? You shouldn't be scared of failure. You should embrace it. I failed. Good. Where did I fail? I failed here. So I know how to do it. What did Thomas Edison say? That means some cliches. You know? I don't know the exact thing. So he invented the light bulb. That's right, yeah? Right? So he failed. I don't know how many times, like 500 ways he's trying to do it. And they said, how the hell did you fail 500 times and still keep going? He said, I didn't fail 500 times. I learned 500 different ways that it doesn't work to make a light. You see what I mean? So that is what you've got to embrace. Okay? So how do you do that? Okay? How do you get over these things? And one of the things I talk about, some of you might know this as well if you've spoken to me, I like to sort of talk about a self-esteem bank account. Okay? And sort of making bets. If I speak too fast, tell me, guys, yeah? I can do my Irish accent here. So self-esteem bank account, I like to say like how much you got in your bank account. Yeah? So if you're placing bets, okay, so say I've got 10 euros in my bank account and I make a 50 euro bet. If I lose, what happens? I'm screwed. I'm screwed. How am I going to feel? Shit. Other words, not swearing? No, I'm joking, that's no. Okay, so I'm going to feel shit, I'm going to feel stressed, and I'm going to go into like a negative equity. I'm trying to sound intelligent, I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway. I'm going to go down, yeah? I'm going to go overdrawn, I'm going to have no money. So I'm stressed, I feel bad. Am I going to make another bet? No, hell no. Because I've got no money left. What happens if I've got 100 euros in the bank account, I make a 10 euro bet or a 50 euro bet and I lose? Yeah, I feel bad, but it don't matter, because I've got a bit of money left. Okay, so I'm okay to make another bet. Well, I might be a bit more cautious, but I can make that a bet. Now, how does that transfer to you and self-esteem? Well, think of your self-esteem and how you feel of yourself as a bank account. You know, if you feel you have a low self-esteem or you're not too confident in yourself in doing things, maybe you have a little bit of money in your self-esteem bank account. Okay? So what we need to do first is make little deposits. You know? What's the best way to save if you can't afford big deposits? £2. Put these 2 euros. Make 2 euro deposits, 1 euro deposits. So this is what you should be putting into your self-esteem bank account. You know, people make the mistake, if I use fitness as an example, they might have like 10 euros in their self-esteem bank account, so it's not too much. And then they might be going, hey, I'm going to go running all this week for an hour. That's a pretty big bet. That's like a €1,000 bet, and you only got 10 euros in your bank account. So what happens if you go 2 days and you fail? Boom! You're 990 euros overdrawn. Do you feel good? No. Do you feel stressed? Yes. Are you going to attempt it again? Probably not. So what you need to do is make €5 bets. I'm going to go for a walk for 5 minutes, wearing jogging pants. I did that. It's a small investment, you know? Boom, I just put €5 in. That's it. The next day, I'm going to do exactly the same. It was easy. Good, it was easy. Small deposit. Boom. What happens now? Now you've got €20 in your account. So now you can make a little bit of a bigger bet. You know, you can make a €10 bet instead of a €5 bet. I'm going to go for a 2-minute run and a 1-minute walk. Dodgy. I got busy. I got work to do. Will I do it? Will I not? Well, listen, if you don't do it, it doesn't matter. You lose €10, you still got a bit of a cushion in your bank account. Okay, so what it's all about is building up that cushion. Start doing little things, make small deposits. Okay, don't go for a massive bet. I'm going to conquer the world. I'm going to lose 50 kilos in a week. I'm going to do this and this and this. You know, if you're not ready for it, start with small deposits into your bank account. I'm not talking about fitness. I'm talking about everything. I'm going to start my own company, I'm going to do this and that. Great, go for it. Step by step, you know. So when you fail, and you will fail, you can go back and fail forward. Oh, I failed. Why did I fail? Because I didn't finish that work. No problem, I still got a bit in there. When you have more money in your self-esteem bank account, you can make bigger bets. I'm going to do a triathlon. Well, why can I do that? Because I built up, did a little bit of training, then I did the Spartan race. That's in my bank account now. You know, so who did the Spartan race here? Okay. So the people that did it, who was unsure if they could finish it beforehand? Anyone? Okay, so these people were unsure whether they could do it beforehand. Okay? So it was a bet, but you trained hard for it. So they were putting little deposits into the bank account. How much, you don't have to give me a monetary figure, but I'll just say big or small, did that deposit into your self-esteem bank account, finishing that race?
Huge.
Huge. Okay? So now you've got all of that money in your self-esteem bank account. You know that you can do it. And you've got it. And what happens if you go for something bigger? Well, you know you've got the money to cover your ass in case it's too difficult. And that's it. Okay? So little challenges, building up the money, and you get to do these bigger ones. The bigger ones put more money in the bank account. They give you a bigger cushion so you can fail, and when you fail, you can keep going. Because that's really the key. Okay? So that's the second thing I wanted to tell you, you know? Think of the self-esteem bank account. Don't put out massive bets unless you've got a cushion in your bank account. Bet. Always bet. Always bet. But know where you are. Start and make those small deposits, okay? I'm going to check my notes as well here, okay? So, also, and I spoke about this even today as well, you know? Is there any questions on that before I move on? No? Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, you should be writing down something and how that affects you. Hopefully it works out something. So, anyone been thinking of a pregnant woman and then all they see is pregnant women? Has anyone heard of that? Yeah? Okay. Someone's got babies on their mind. Okay? Or a red car. You thought of a red car, then all you see is red cars? Is that true? Yeah? Okay, so what it does, what you focus your mind on is going to bring it, it's going to just bring it into such a sharp focus that you're going to see it everywhere. Okay? So what you do with your self-esteem and the bank account, what are we going to focus on? Okay? We're going to focus on, if we talk about the bank account, your €5 deposit. Hey, listen, I went for a walk today. Boom, I'm going to focus on that. That's a positive, that's a €2. Okay? I'm not going to focus on how low the bank account is. Okay? Or the bad things or the failings. I'm going to be thinking about the deposits I'm making. Focus on who you want to be. And I always say, if I talk to Alex, Big Alex. Who's Big Alex? You know? Well, Big Alex, Big Alex feels like this. In a good way, like the best Alex you can be. What's the best Alex you can be? Well, Big Alex feels like this. You know? He does this. He wakes up like this. Money not important, but he gets paid this. So he can travel here and eat this and do that. Okay? So think about the steps you're making and focus 100% on the steps you're making to become Big Alex. to become the person you want to be, focus 100% on the steps you make. And you will fail, but you're going to fail forward. So when you do fail, it doesn't matter. You focus back on what can be improved and the next step. Okay? Any questions there? Okay, good. Focus is key to everything, okay? If you focus on the bad things, all you're going to see is bad things. You know? If you focus on where you want to go and your progress, that's where you're going to go. It's not magic, it's not like fairy-pairy, you know? It's focus, and then you have to do the work. But you stay committed to moving forward and appreciating your little deposits just as much as your big deposits. You know? Someone does a big Spartan race, they get a huge deposit in their self-esteem bank account. That's fantastic. But just as fantastic is that 5-minute walk. And maybe even more important, because it's one of the first steps. And we always know, you know, to get that big wheel moving, you know, say you've got a huge wheel, or in the olden days where they had to go around the mill, or I don't know, some other thing. How hard is it to get it started? Pretty damn hard. To get that wheel started is hard. When it's rolling, it's easy. So the first steps is when you need to laser in on your focus. Okay? Now there's some words, and I talk a little bit about words, and someone called me a smooth talker once, and yeah, damn right I'm a smooth talker. Why? Because I work hard at it. I think about my words that I use, because the words that you say to yourself is what's getting repeated back to you. Your words are a mirror. You know? I can't afford that. Boom. Straight back. That's it. I can't do that. Boom. Straight back. Me? Boom. Straight back. So you need to think very carefully about how your words affect your self-esteem. Now I might have to look at my notes, okay? But there's like seven words that I will virtually never ever use, and you should take them out of your vocabulary. Okay, if I'm allowed to look at my notes, I'll probably remember 5. So the first one, wish. I wish. Okay, I wish. What the hell are you wishing for?
Do you remember the 7 words?
Yeah, I'm on number 1. That's just yeah. Okay, so I wish. What are you wishing for? Go for it, or don't go for it. Simple as that. Don't wish for something. I literally believe, and this is God's honest truth, that every single one of us here, me included, can be a millionaire. 100%. No, I literally swear to God. I believe this 100%. But are we willing to work the amount of hours and the amount of hard work and the amount of failure we have to go through to get there? I don't know if I am. That's no problem. You know? I won't go for it. I won't become a millionaire. I'm happy with that. That's no problem. It's not one of my goals. You know? But we all can be. You know? But I don't need to wish, I wish I was a millionaire. No. Do you really? Okay. There. Here's the path. Don't deviate from that path for 20 years and you'll get it. You know? So, one of the third, and I believe that wholeheartedly. Okay? So don't wish anything. I'm gonna get this. And you make the path and you get it. Wish is just a piece of shit word. I wish I had more time. Where's that genie gone? You've been rubbing this bottle. It ain't gonna happen. You got what you've got, so you got to make do and use it to the full of your ability. Okay? I'm going to remember the second one now. It's just listen. Someday. Does that count as one word, Laura? Someday. Yeah. I wish it to Warren Buffett or anyone like that. Someday I'm going to play for the New York Jets. Someday I'm going to be a millionaire. No. What they say is, by March the 17th, 2015, Richard Branson, for example, by March, March the 15th, 2020, we're going to have the first official space travel for people to go on. It's going to hold 30 people in the thing, and this is how we're going to do it. date. You know, what happened if you said, someday we're going to have space travel? It just someday just keeps going further forward. Okay, I know they're big, silly examples, but that comes down to, someday I'm going to run a 5K. Put a date on it. Put a date on it. By this date I will. And trust me, it doesn't matter how big the goal is. Okay? We're not silly and think that, oh, someday I'm going to win the Super Bowl. Like, that's not going to happen. Okay? But, half marathon, silly examples, you know, but we're all capable of doing this. You know, say, if you've got runners out there, you know, marathon, me, I can't do a marathon, da, 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 da. Yeah, you can. Don't make sure you don't put, next week I'm going to run a marathon. You know, you put that day, this year, I'm going to do that, and then you work your way backwards. Okay, so we've got that. What was the first word to take away? Wish. What was the second word to take away? Someday. Okay? Next one. When. When. Same thing. I mean, you know, I'm going down the same path, no? When I have more time, I'm going to start my own business. When I have more money, I'm going to do this. When my exams finish, I'm going to get in shape. When I'm less stressed, I'll be nice to my mum and dad. Same thing. It's just excuses. Don't kid yourself. Straight away. Okay? Another one. Can't. Think of the elephant. I can't do that. That's what the elephant says. And what does he get? Stuck to a tree when all he has to do is move away. You know? Again, we're not stupid. We're not going to win the Super Bowl. But maybe I can buy the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm just thinking of a team, and they can win it for me. You know, we don't be stupid here, but, you know, I can't, well you can. And I've seen it. And I've seen it with everyone. And I hear it all the time. Me? I can't do that. Oh, yeah, you can. Yes, you can. And I'll show you can. And then they do show me. And better than showing me, they show themselves. You know, use a recent example with the Spartan race. Can't do that. You can, you did, and now you've proved something to yourself. Next, please. Next challenge. Boom, boom, boom. Take that word away. Can't. Okay? Rubbish. You can. And these are small things, but you need a plan. I can't be a millionaire. Yes, you can. You just copy someone else that's done it. I don't think it's difficult. I swear, honestly, I do not think it's difficult. I think it's hard as hell. And you're going to be sleeping for a few years. But you just copy someone that's done it. So you can do it. Okay? Next one. Never. And if you let me look at my notes, I got 6, didn't I? Maybe I only wrote down 6.
5.
Yeah, you got 5. Bloody hell, okay, I got 2. We know this one. Antonio knows this one as well. We do this one. Never. I'll never be able to do that. You know, it's the same. I'm just repeating myself, aren't I? I've got 2 different ones coming now. But I'm just repeating myself. These are just self-limiting words. They're all the same thing, aren't they? They're just you telling yourself that you're not good enough. Why would you do that? Why would you tell yourself you're not good enough? You know? You can do anything you want. Just take it away. I'll never be able to do that. I'll never do that. Yeah, you will. Maybe not today. Put a date on it. Put a date on it. So if you take one thing away from this section, put a date on your goals and the things that you're going to get. I wish, I want, I would like, when my exam finishes, that just means nothing. That's just shit. When you say, I'm going to get this, or even better, I will get this by this date, and write it down and stick it on your fridge. And what I do, I actually save it as my phone thing as well, so I can't get away from the bloody thing. And then you go for it. Okay? 2 different ones. But, a little bit different. I'm going to veer off a little bit here as well. Like, the thing with the but, it's sort of, okay, let's put it this way. Okay, now can I look at someone? Okay, you're beautiful. Now what happens if I I didn't even say the word. So you see why you need to get rid of that word? Because it just, I can't think, I'm trying to sound intelligent, I can't think of these good words, but it just takes the complete meaning and the truth out of the first thing you said. Drop it from the vocab. And when you're speaking to other people, even when yourself, you know, we talk about yourself. Oh man, I would love to do that X, but, yeah, you know, it was great seeing you today, but, you know, so when you talk to yourself, your reality, you're just saying you can't do this, you can't do that. Okay, when you talk to other people, you're offending them. You might not even realise it, but you're offending them. Words are more powerful than a bullet, if you're not a very good shot. You know, so you can see that. You're beautiful. That was the best example, I think. Okay, last one. Someone's going to shout this out for me. What word is not acceptable in here and that you should take out of your vocabulary? Anyone want to guess? One word, 3 letters.
Impossible.
3 letters.
Go.
2 letters, but it's close, but an exclamation mark is 3 letters. Try! Try! What does try mean?
You know,
What does try mean? Sabo, what does it mean?
To attempt.
Intentarlo conseguir. Intentarlo y no conseguirlo.
Okay, so what is intentar? Reality. If we're being real here.
do it.
Yeah, but what does it mean when people say it? If you say it, what do you really mean? Be honest. Tell me the honest thing.
That won't happen.
I want to do it, but
You're
no.
not really going to do it.
Good. Who told you that? I didn't say anything. I asked you, and I asked you to be honest. And you gave me the answer. Try means you ain't going to do it. Or, even better than that, it means you've already got a backup. You've already got an excuse. I tried. I tried. I did try. I tried my best. All you have to do is try your best. That's what I have to do now. I just have to try my best. Yeah, you're going to get a ribbon and it's going to be fantastic. You know? But this is about you and what you want. You know, this is about what you want to achieve. And what you want to achieve, why are you trying? This is for you. You know, this is not for me, this is not for anyone else, this is not for a teacher, a partner, a manager, anything like that. You don't want to try for them, this is all about you. Something you want to get, you don't try, you do it or you don't do it. You do it or you don't do it. And if you don't want to do it, that's no problem. No problem. But don't kid yourself with trying. Okay, how many words is that?
7.
Okay, what do you think was the strongest word? Anyone?
Calm.
Well, what do you think the word we use most that we should get rid of? Anyone? Try? Wish? Can't? All of them, no?
Sleep.
All of them. And they're all the same thing. But the first 4 or 5, is pretty much the same word with different letters. Some exactly. Some know what? Put a date. I'll try and make it. And when people say to me, I'll try and make it, I'll say, see you next time. I'll try. No, you won't. I'll see you next time. You ain't coming. Okay, fine. You're not happening. Okay, I'll try and be there on time. Oh, okay, I'll just stay in bed then. Because you're going to be about half an hour late. Okay? Hashtag half an hour late. Okay, so I just wanted to keep that reasonably short and sort of put it to the point, not prove the point, to the point, so you can take some things away on that. Okay, I'm going to move on to like the alpha part. Okay, so what do I think of is an alpha? What do you guys think of an alpha?
Take charge.
Take charge. You need a translator.
Top down.
Top dog? In charge? Anything else? Powerful? Leader? In whose life?
Yours.
In yours, that's why, exactly. In this, in yours. So being the alpha for you. Okay? Being the alpha for you. So there's a couple of, I sort of try and be more alpha in my life, and for me what it means is, I'm going to written notes, I probably have to look at them. You know, what it means for me is a few things, you know. First of all, the control. Being in control of what you're going to get and what you're going to go after by taking away those same words, you know, that we just talked about. And when you have control over your life, you'll feel good. When we feel bad about something, or stressed or upset, it's because there's a lack of control in that area. You know? When you have control, that's when you start feeling good. You feel like your life is moving forward. When one area is out of control, it sets you off. And being alpha is about getting control of that. Okay? What else does it mean for me? Well, being happy. You know? Waking up and being able to like look into the world and look into the day and moving the way forward that you want it to go. Okay? I'm going to look at his notes here as well. So, when I talk about the control, again, being sensible. Everything you can control, don't kid yourself. There's no time. When I have more time. You've got time. You might have to get up an hour. I only get up at 5. Get up at 4. I only get up at 4. Get up at 3. I only get up at 3. Someone's got a voice. Get up at 2. If you get up 1 hour earlier, every day, for a month, you gain a whole day. So there, I've just given you a day. I've just given all of you a day. There you are, for free. You can keep that. You can take it home, you can use it how you want. Okay? So, taking control of the things you can control. I'm not kidding yourself that you can't control. Can you control the weather? No. But you can control that you take an umbrella out. And you don't get wet. Okay? Can you control the money that you earn if you're in a job? To a certain extent, yes. To a certain extent, no. But you can definitely control how you use that money. You know? How you invest that money, how you save that money, or whether you just throw it all away and then moan that you got none. Time, same thing. You might not be able to control how many hours you have to work, but you do control exactly what happens when you're finished. Or they give you work at home as well. Great, when that's finished. And you might only have 20 minutes that you can put forward this time to work on the things you want to work on, whether that's fitness, nutrition, a business, savings, holiday, whatever. But you can control that time. So knowing that you can control those things, and the things that are literally uncontrollable, is like weather and bad things happening to other people that upset you. You know, those things you can't control, but you can always control what you do and how you react. You know? No one can make you feel, this is another part of the alpha, I've read it on my notes, but it's come out naturally. So no one can make you feel any different. You're the only person that can control your emotions. You know? If someone calls you something, or says something to you, you can't do that. You're this. You're that. You're the only person that decides if that affects you. You know, if people talk shit about you, their problem, not mine. Don't bother. You know, that can be hard. And other people, some people have a bigger effect on you than others. If some guy walking across the street says, hey, you're this and that, don't know him. And if someone close to you says the same exact words, it's going to affect you more, but it doesn't need to. You have total control over how you let other people affect you. Don't ever forget that. I'll give you a test today, okay? I'm going to say dress in your pajamas, but that's an exaggeration. But dress in your pajamas, walk in the Gucci shop with your head high. Try that. But try it, you know, walk in. See, dress in your worst clothes, walk in the Gucci shop. Can you control how you feel? Or do you go like that? Or do you go, so? I want to try that, I want to try that. Can I afford it? I ain't got no money, but I just want to try it on. Give it now. And that's true, and that's like a good example. And I use it. Like, yeah, when you're walking down the street, sneak into one of those shops. You mean, I want those shots. Sneak in. You go, hello, yes, I just like one of them. Or pretty normal voice. Hi mate, yeah, just curious one of them, please. Yeah, shut up. Yeah. Boom. You control how you feel. No one else. And that's really important. Okay? Really, really important. Now I'm going to go to the next. So I can move forward.